The Plant Report is a new podcast that I'm producing as a project of Sustainable World Radio. I hope you enjoy it. Welcome to The Plant Report, a radio show that educates about the green world one plant at a time. The Plant Report is a new educational resource about plants, herbal medicine, ethnobotany, and the human-plant relationship. Listen to our podcast, read our blog, watch our videos, and learn from experts and the plants. The Plant Report is a project of Sustainable World Radio and is hosted by Jill Cloutier. Thanks for listening to the Plant Report because every plant has a story. Our plant today is Comfrey, Symphytum officinale, an indigenous European plant. Comfrey is now found in temperate regions throughout the world. A member of the Boraginaceae family, Comfrey is an herbaceous perennial that grows to about 3 feet or 1 meter tall and has thick, fuzzy leaves and white, pink, or mauve flowers. Comfrey is a very useful plant. Its long taproot can mine the soil for minerals and micronutrients and increase soil fertility. Its tubular flowers attract pollinating insects, and its leaves can be used as compost, chicken feed, mulch, and liquid fertilizer. Rich in allantoin, a chemical that stimulates cell proliferation and helps repair damaged tissue, Comfrey has a long history of medicinal use and is renowned for its ability to heal sprains, bruises, fractures, and even broken bones. Be aware that Comfrey also contains pyrrolizidine alkaloids that, when isolated, have been shown to cause liver damage. For that reason, many herbalists caution against using Comfrey root internally. To learn more about this easy-to-grow, beneficial, and beautiful plant, I spoke with Julious Piti, an organic farmer and permaculture teacher and designer from Zimbabwe, Africa.
My name is Julious Piti. I want to talk about Comfrey. Comfrey is one of the most interesting and visual attractive plant that you can plant in your garden or in your kind of big fields. Comfrey looks like kind of green, big leaves like, kale-like. And if you harvest that one with your hand, you can actually prepare good vegetable out of the tender leaves. And taste so much, it's easy to mix with other spices and have your nice organic dish. It also can be used as tea to just drink and taste nicely. It treats you with what we call ulcers in your kind of intestines, and it heals them so fast. What is important is that when you want to use Comfrey for healing, don't heal those deep wounds, because then it heals so quickly and the wound is going to develop some pus later. So if you get this brows burning on your skin, you can actually take the leaves, actually rub them in between your hands, and then it forms like porridge, liquid-like. Then you press it on top, and then it will heal very quickly. So this plant has got multiple purposes. It also can create what we call liquid manure. You harvest all the leaves, put them on a bucket. For 3-4 days, the whole water will look like a liquid green, deep, dark green manure that you can use to spray in your kind of vegetables and in your garden to really improve the health of the soil and the plants themselves.
Would you spray it on the soil or the plants?
Both it can do. You can actually kill some aphids through that one. It can also be used as organic pest control, a kind of herb, which is quite healthy, because then if you want to harvest something, you can wash the leaves and you cook. It is not harmful to anybody. Yeah. To go further, Comfrey is very easy to grow. You can actually take the root and throw it in your garden, then it just germinates. You actually plant it and then it actually grows. When it grows, it can die down depending on seasons. Sometimes you can see it is like Comfrey is not there because maybe there was short supply of water or something, but the roots keep a lot of water. As you are going to plant some plants around there and water it, then the Comfrey will come up. and it will be very vigorous. You can actually use the comfrey to graze your chickens and treat what we call coccidiosis in chickens. It also makes the yellow yolk for the eggs, making your chickens very healthy. Either you can just take them into the garden, or you can cut the leaves and throw the leaves into your chicken house where they are, and then they just eat. Once you throw these leaves, you will see the chickens coming there and eat these leaves because it is delicious. Comfrey can also be grown under shade or as flower beds or under other trees, and it can just spread. It's not difficult to look after. It can also grow where there are other weeds. It is kind of a tough plant that is easy to maintain. So I love comfrey because it's useful in our gardens.
And it's actually a very common permaculture plant.
Yeah, it's very common because if you want to make your land rich, you plant comfrey. It can actually assist you because you can also take the leaves, throw them on your peat beds. It actually builds up the soil and feeds your workers, the microorganism, faster than any other plants. It is quite important.
And you said it feeds the workers? You mean those soil creatures in the soil?
When I say the workers, it's microorganisms that works in the soil. Like some of them that we see with our eyes are the cutworms that are just in the soil. They would like to eat that one. And a lot of other microorganisms that help the soil to be a living soil. So they would be actually enjoying their meal. It's like a feast or a birthday party that you bring into your garden, and your workers are happily working and enjoying their kind of anniversary.
So it's like a birthday cake for
Exactly. It's the birthday cake for the microorganism, our workers in our garden. It is. That's the right word. Yeah. It's very exciting.
And it's so good for your skin, too.
Yeah, especially when we realize how it heals your wounds. Then it can give you a clue how good it could be for your skin.
And is there anything else about comfrey you want to share with people?
What I only want to share with people is that there are a lot of plants that we think they are not useful because we look at them, maybe we hate them because they've got these fairs or whatever. Let's not just read the book by its cover. What we need to do is to understand the plant. Once we understand it, we will see that we are all made out of plants. And they are the ones that sucks the water to make us enjoy eating the products from the water as medicine or as fruits or as plants like the comfrey. So it's quite exciting to see that we depend on plants.
Thank you so much for all that information about comfrey.
Welcome indeed. It's my pleasure to share also what I have heard. As I talk about it, it makes me not to forget. So in other ways, I'm teaching myself as I talk to the people.
And who first taught you about plants?
The first person who taught me about plants mostly was my father, because we used to go hunting with him. So when we are hungry, he will cut one of these roots that produces a lot of water, sap from it, and then we'll drink a little bit, and you get this coolness, and you are satisfied, and we start off our journey again, hunting.
So you were using the plants at a young age?
Yes, I was using a lot of plants on my young age for getting wild fruits as we were doing hunter and gathering, wild fruits, wild roots, and also honey, and animal that also depended on plants. So, including my grandmother, she used to help a lot of people around there, because in Mozambique where we lived, there were no clinics at all. So the clinic will be this woman who has got knowledge about plants. So people would come there, they ask, I want this kind of plant. And my grandmother didn't have a book to write, but in her head, she would know which plant to heal what. So that was really something that made me to want to know where is she getting this information. And that made me to learn a few of those.
And where did she get the information?
I think it was the indigenous knowledge from passing on from her parents. And she was also passing it on to us because then she was using those plants when we were present.
Thank you so much, Julius.
Welcome indeed. It's my pleasure to share with the rest of the world.
Thanks for listening to The Plant Report. The Plant Report is produced by Jill Cloutier and is a project of Sustainable World Radio. For more podcasts about plants, permaculture, and ecology, visit our website, sustainableworldradio.com, and you can also find us on iTunes, Facebook, and Twitter. The Plant Report is created for educational purposes only and is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any health condition. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to thank the plants for everything they do.